Tips to being a cool, calm mom. Try to relax. Easier said than done, I know. But what I mean by this is don't sweat the small stuff. If you're uptight about things and always reprimanding your kids, they will find it hard to relax and enjoy themselves too. For example, allow your kids to get sandy, grubby, and messy. It's a great way for them to learn. Does it really matter if they have their hands in the paint? If the house is a mess, don't worry. People expect that with kids. If you go on holidays and forget to pack their pajamas, don't stress. You can make do. Remember that when kids are busy and screaming, you sometimes lose perspective of what really matters. Take a step back and try to relax and work your way around it. No one's perfect, so don't try to be. We as moms tend to set such high expectations of ourselves that we take it badly if we fail or make the wrong decision. When it comes to our kids, in particular, it tugs on our heartstrings even more. Admit mistake, apologize if needed, and move on. Remember, you're only human. Don't overdo it. I know I started my baby with swimming lessons, then came music classes, then little athletics and preschool. Then my next baby came, and it all started for her too. Wait, we were always running around in the car to the extra lessons and tuition that at some point, my kids needed time to just chill out of explore the backyard, cuddle up with a book, or just do nothing. Sometimes we try to provide so many extra learning opportunities that we forget our kids need to learn self-preservation and real-life skills that come from exploring nature, people, and learning to amuse themselves. Keep activities and your level of running around at a balanced rate for both your sanity and the kids. Take in what you like. Having kids will always bring about topics of what is right and what is not in raising kids. Everyone has a proven method and opinion. The cool, calm mom listens to the bits she likes the sounds of and applies them and rejects the ones she dislikes. What works for some won't work for others. Have the confidence to choose and apply what you believe in and feels right for your kids. Needing a break is okay. If any mom tells you she loves being with her kids every second of her living moment, chances are she is lying. Kids can get on your nerves at times, and if you feel you need to escape, don't feel guilty. It is very normal. Get some support and take an afternoon off or whatever you need to maintain some sanity. One of the biggest tips, don't ignore your relationship with your partner. After all, you loved them enough to have babies with them, and keep in mind that in 20 years' time when your kids have left home, it'll be back to the both of you again. Nurture this relationship as much as the one with your kids. Time distribution is different and they have differing needs, but do try to have some special time together where possible to keep the fire alight. Be affectionate. Being affectionate, giving smiles, hugs, and kisses to your kids has endless benefits to your bond, their learning and self-esteem. Even if they have been abominable, once you've mended up, have a cuddle. Greet your children warmly after school so they are reminded of your constant love. Treat your child how you wish to be treated. I once heard a mom barking at her kids to get in the car, wash your feet, do your homework, then complained her kids never say please or thank you. You are the key role model to your kids, so treat them with respect if you want it reciprocated. Quality time. A lot of bad behavior with children is a result of attention seeking. Try to spend some quality time, even one-on-one with your kids, be it kicking a ball, helping them color in, read and story, or play a game. Giving them your undivided attention at regular intervals can be a key ingredient to well-behaved kids. Let kids make a mess. Let you kids make a mess within reason. They need to be able to fun and enjoy themselves. Then get them to help clean up. Allow your kids to take some calculated risks. If kids aren't given opportunities to take risks, they'll never learn from their mistakes. I'm not saying let them get into danger. An example for me is we recently went to the beach with our children. My son was being quite daring with the waves, and I kept asking him to come back to where the water level was manageable. Staying by his side, I allowed him to make the decision to stay put, and of course, the next wave successfully helped him swallow a big mouthful of salty water. While I stayed with him to ensure his safety, he then willingly moved back to where I suggested. He just had to learn the hard way. It's not a bad thing for kids to learn that their actions have consequences, so don't shelter them from making safe mistakes to learn from. Parental competitiveness. It's always hard when other moms in your mother's groups are boasting and bragging about what their child can do now, especially if yours isn't. Try not to get caught up in this battle. Bragging puts kids under pressure to perform. If your child is clever or talented, their success will do all the talking that's needed to show other moms how wonderful your kids are too. Independence. Try to instill independence in your kids and let them do some thinking for themselves. For example, ask them open-ended questions like, "Why do you think that cow is mooing?" The best way to teach your kids to think is to ask them questions. Use praise wisely. Praise with kids goes a long way, without overdoing it. When you catch your child behaving in a desirable way, praise him for it and with specific information. For example, "I was really proud of you the way you sat on the bench when I asked you to." Kids need boundaries. Kids need boundaries, clearly defined ones, and there must be consistent consequences if they're crossed. Kids without clear or inconsistent boundaries are known as feral and wild kids. They are kids looking for boundaries as they can't find them, so they keep pushing and pushing. A friend of mine said she feels guilty if she follows through with consequences because her child cries, and it makes her feel bad. Cool, calm moms need to enforce rules so that their kids know where the boundaries of expectations are, and so their kids feel safe and secure within those boundaries. Both mom and dad need to be consistent in enforcing rules, and these rules need to be discussed and agreed upon in private. Moods are contagious. Be mindful that how you behave towards your kids is showing them how to behave towards you and others. If you are a yeller, your kids will be yellers. If you moan a lot, so will they. I have a friend who snaps and uses bad language towards her mother, and now wonders why her daughter is doing it to her and everybody else. Be how you want your kids to be, and that will help tremendously. Agree upon the standards with your partner. It is extremely important that you and your partner present a united front with your kids. This is even more important than what the front is about. If kids know that mom and dad stick together, what mom says goes and what dad says goes, your kids will know that decisions are final. Your kids will feel more secure if you back each other up. Be consistent. One of the golden rules to being a cool, calm mom. Even if you don't feel like being consistent, do it. When your kids know you mean what you say, there will be far fewer problems. Lighten up. Don't be afraid to let loose and have a great time with your kids. Put some music on and dance and sing together. Join them for a jump on the trampoline. Life can get stressful and hectic, and we sometimes forget to enjoy all these precious moments we can have with our kids. Threats. Bottom line, if you make a threat, you must follow through, so choose them wisely. If you don't follow through, your kids will never take any notice of them. For example, if you say, "If you don't stop, that I'll ban you from playing outside all year." Do you really mean that? If so, you have to follow through. Make threats realistic, and ones that you really can instill wisely. Model saying sorry. I once watched a lady tread on her child's foot, then say, "Well, you were in my way." The cool, calm mom would say sorry for treading on her foot and ask if she is okay. Model how you would like your child to respond and admit mistake. Forgive and move on. When your child has been in time out or reprimanded, For whatever reason, it is very important that they know you still love them, and the subject is dropped. If the incident has been dealt with and your child has apologized, forgive and move on. Try to refrain from continuing to reprimand again later, or tell someone else about it in front of your child. If you do need to discuss the matter further, do it quietly one-on-one at a suitable time. Your child's not perfect either. Where I mentioned earlier that you need not try to be perfect, don't try to make your child perfect either. Oftentimes, some flaws create an attractive personality. Learn to accept differences and characteristics of your child's personality and talents. Where they lack in some areas, they will make up in others. Encourage sibling bonding. Encourage sibling bonding right from the start. Teach them to love and nurture one another, as laying these foundations early will help keep them connected throughout life. For example, get your siblings to help one another with tasks. Encourage teamwork among your siblings and reward them collectively. Never play them off or encourage competitiveness that brings about resentment. Allow nonviolent conflicts. Allow your siblings to have squabbles and nonviolent conflicts that are over trivial things. For example, who is the tallest? Who can go in their room? Who had the toy first? Independent conflict resolution teaches your kids how squabbling does and doesn't achieve results. These skills are important for kids to work out, and it's best done on siblings as they learn to sort out arguments, and they tend to still love each other at the end of the day. The dreaded tantrums. I'd like to close with a final note on toddler tantrums. This is when I find most moms need to stay cool and calm. These tips really work. Young parents get scared when they hear stories about the terrible twos. Take courage, though. You will survive the toddler stage. It's not easy to understand why your toddler has a tantrum, but at such a young age, a child is consumed with thoughts of themselves. Everything is about them and how they feel, until they are taught how to share. Every toy or piece of food they see automatically belongs to them. Toddler temper tantrums can have a variety of effects. Your first thought might be that everyone is focused on you and your screaming child, but getting embarrassed won't diffuse the situation. Besides, as a parent, you have many more years of embarrassing situations to look forward to courtesy of your children. So worrying about what others think during this situation is simply going to stress you and make you feel worse. Here are a few tips to help you stay calm cope during tantrums. 1. Ignore the tantrum. This technique works best when at home. In public places, you don't want to ever leave your child unattended as a form of punishment. Good behavior in public begins at home. Ignoring a toddler is not harsh. If your child is squirming on the floor screaming for a cookie, continue to talk to them as if you never noticed. Eventually, they will get the hint and stop screaming. 2. Avoid instant gratification. In public, toddlers throw tantrums when they are denied something that they want. Some parents give in to keep their child quiet, but a child learns quickly. Tantrums will continue if they know you will cave. Simply tell them no and keep moving. 3. Don't get angry. When you scream, and they scream the situation is wildly out of control, you'll end up crying, and your toddler will still be screaming. In any situation, raised voices means civilized conversation has ended in favor of basic primal instincts. Don't revert back to the days of early man. Keep using the same calm voice you use when they are behaving to get your child to calm down as well. 4. Praise your toddler when they behave well. Positive reinforcement is better than negative. In the absence of positive attention, a child will behave badly just to get some attention at all. Acting out and throwing tantrums may be a cry for attention. Don't let it get to this point. Clap and celebrate when they go to the potty successfully and when they put away their toys. Good manners such as saying please and thank you deserve a smile and a hand clap as well. 5. Run errands after nap time. Kids get punchy when they get tired. A toddler misbehaves more often if they are dragged around when they are tired. 6. Carry snacks with you. Low blood sugar can lead to tantrums. If you are out longer than anticipated and lunch or dinner time is close at hand, let them eat a healthy snack to keep their hunger pains at bay and sugar levels stable. 7. Be consistent in your punishment. At home, you might use time out to deal with a tantrum for bad behavior. In public, do the same. Sit your child on a bench for 5 minutes or take them to the car. Eventually, they will learn that you are not a pushover, and they will begin to behave. Above all, give yourself a big pat on the back for taking the interest in being a cool, calm mom. All we can do is try our best and know that one day our kids will be grown up and we can take pride in all our efforts. Cherish and love your time with your kids and take care of yourself. After all, a happy mom equals a happy home.